What's going on, everybody? Guys, today we are going to talk about relationships. Yeah, we're going to be talking about relationships. Oh my. We are going to be talking about, I'm going to tell a story about outdated relationships and how they can affect you in general. So, story time. Okay. Yeah. And I'm being very authentic here, not to name any names or anything like that. Guys, I have a story about an outdated friendship that is driving me nuts. Okay? So I have a particular friend, and me and this friend, you know, I'm over 18, know what I'm saying? Me and this friend, we've been friends since before I was 18, and I probably met this friend around the age of maybe 12 or so, and we were good friends. We were. As I continued this friendship, the authenticity of the relationship just kind of started to continue to fade for me personally. When I became working age, I believe I started working at like 15, right? Me and this friend, we're still good friends. At this point, this friend is considering me like a best friend. But I think this friend called me their best friend, and I kind of accepted the title, but I never really felt like they were my best friend, if that makes sense. Like, I know I'm a great friend. The thing is, everybody is not great to me, though the same way I'm good to them. So, in my life, I am more of a giver. So I like to help out. I like to, make things easier on the people that are around me. So this person considered me a best friend. Now I'm working age. I get my first job around 15 years old, and I have grew up with, let's say, humble beginnings, and we're going to talk about all my business as this community grows. But I grew up in humble beginnings. So when I got my first job, it was like a pivotal moment because now I'm able to like go shopping. I'm able to waste my money like 15-year-olds do, right? And but I enjoyed it because, nobody was really shopping for me like that, or I really didn't have much. So like just having my own money and being able to buy things that I desired, like it was everything for me. Now, this particular friend that has labeled me, a best friend, I think at this point did not have a job. Now, this person is a little bit older than me, okay? So at some point, I don't know, I think I ended up changing jobs, and somehow we ended up at the same job. Now, I believe I got the job first, because I tend to not follow people or anything like that. But I believe I got the job first. And then this friend somehow now is at the same job, which that was not a problem. But it was a time where I just started to look a little bit closer into the friendship. And I just started to notice all kind of things. I'll style my hair one way. Next thing you know, this friend is styling their hair the same way, and I'll go buy shoes or buy clothes in a particular style. And this friend is also, it's like a mimic type of relationship. And I believe when people mimic you, they kind of admire you. So I didn't really think much of it other than the fact that maybe I'm just a good influence, and this particular person is admiring me, which, it didn't flatter me, but it didn't offend me much either. But it also was another time for me to say, let me take a closer look at this relationship. Now, some other things was going on, like, of course, I have other relationships, other friendships, family, associates or such. And as I'm with this friend and we're out and we're doing things and people are, drawn to me because I am the type of person where people sometimes are drawn to me, like, kind of curious about me. And I had to grow because at first my attitude was stank, y'all. My attitude was stank. And I just was a total misfit. I'm not even gonna lie. And, but now I have grown to a person where I'm a little bit more trusting. You know, I don't give people stank attitudes where they don't deserve it. And I think I'm an overall better person to be around, even though I need to work on some things. My point is, as people are interacting with me in the real world, this is before 18 still, this particular friend would become defensive. And they would say things like, oh, no, that's my best friend. Don't talk to my best friend. And at first I thought it was cute until it continued. And they were like, oh, no, this is my friend. No, don't talk to my friend. Don't look at my friend. No, my friend this and my friend that, and you're not allowed to be with my friend. And at that point, I'm not going to lie, the relationship became a bit like overwhelming. Okay, everybody, we are picking back up on our story time. Of course, we're talking about these outdated relationships, and I would believe that I ended off telling you how overwhelmed I was becoming with this particular friendship. And just so happened, the time that I was becoming very overwhelmed was around the same time that I actually went off to school for college. So I didn't really address the issues that were bothering me because I knew that I was going off to school and I wouldn't be in so close proximity to just people in general that I was possibly outgrowing. There could be another word for that. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, yeah. So obviously our paths are different, okay? And, I'm not saying I'm a better person. All I'm saying is that the path that we decided to take in life, even up until this point, is just drastically different. And my point is, like, relationships expire, and if you keep trying to push it, you're gonna learn the reason more and more why it didn't work in the first place. Anyway, let's continue with the story time. And I'm not finna get too personal, so I'm finna end the story pretty soon. But yeah, I went off to college, and as I was, coming back home on breaks and stuff, this particular person was available, nothing like creepy, just available. And as I was saying, like, just the fact that people are so available, I think personally it sends a red flag to me, because I feel like we should be moving along in life. Like, how you are this year should not be how you are next year. Like, you should have made some type of progress, even if things it's not great, or maybe even if you were in the worst situation than you were last year, it should be evidence that you have been doing something to push the needle forward and you just failed. I mean, failure is not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're literally sitting in life at the same spot, to me, it's a red flag. Anyway, so long story short, I ended up finding a life partner. I'll say it like that. I became a a mom, and it seems like this particular friend became very insecure and intimidated by my new family. And we stopped the friendship. At that point, I said something, I spoke up, and I was just like, you know what? This may not be the best thing to continue our friendship, especially if you are feeling intimidation by me being a mom or me having a life partner. Yeah, ill, right? So I ended the relationship and I intentionally withdrew, like for a long time. Now, many years later, maybe 4 or 5 years later, this particular friend gets in contact. Oh, I miss you. I'm sorry for anything that I did. If I ever messed up with you, I'm so sorry. I want to like be friends again. And my partner told me it was not a good idea. I knew it wasn't a good idea. But no, I have to have this big old heart of mine. So I'm like, you know what? Sure, let's be friends. Let's give it a go. And long story short, this particular friend and I had a misunderstanding where things were said, and it was also revealed to me again that this particular friend is also still intimidated by my family. And so I told this particular friend, I was like, look, we tried it again. It's just really not working. Like, just give me some space. Anyway, long story, recently, this friend called again. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have said, whatever I said, whatever I did. Please forgive me this time, maybe not the last time, but this time I was wrong. And once again, my partner was like, don't do it. And I was thinking, maybe I shouldn't do this. But this big old heart of mine decided, okay, look, let's give it a go. Let's see if we can continue to be friends. And I'm not going to say that the friendship fell apart again. I'm gonna say we had another disagreement, and in this disagreement it was like old things were being brought up, probably from both sides. And my point is this, guys: everybody is not meant to take up a permanent spot in your life. And I know that's hard, and especially hard for me because I'm a very good-hearted person, and I feel like we're on a train. How about everybody come along, right? But the truth is you can't take everybody everywhere. The truth is everybody can't go with you where you're going. God has reserved a position and a spot for you, and not saying that you got to eliminate everybody. All I'm saying is that some people are not supposed to be in your life, or they're in your life to teach you a very valuable lesson that may not feel so good to learn. Okay, and the truth is, and y'all let me know how y'all feel about this story. Y'all can be honest about the mistakes that I made as far as continuing the relationship or in the relationship period based off of what you guys know. Also, in the comments, you can let me know, do you have any outdated relationships or friendships that you are holding on to? Or maybe it's not you holding on, because in my particular case, when I went off to college, I stopped holding on. The only thing is I kept accepting that friendship back into my life every time they made a plea to be around. And that's where I went wrong. I believe so. Anyway, where do you guys think I went wrong? But my point is, guys, outdated relationships are outdated for a reason. When you are feeling that you are no longer aligned with someone, and it's not like a child or a life partner, then it's okay to break away and it's okay to break free. And if someone is like coming back around and you know that you gave this person time after time, chance after chance, and they're still like, not up to standard, they're still like, you know, disrespecting you, or they're still, not respecting your boundaries, and just showing you the same red flags that you saw before, you don't have to accept them back into your life, guys. Like, it's okay to give people a permanent exit. A permanent exit, okay? And guys, I don't like doing that, but I'm starting to see, especially in this particular relationship, I have to put maybe a permanent exit. And how do you guys feel about that? And if you've ever had to like give someone the boot, and I'm not talking about like a boyfriend, I'm talking about like a friend or associate or a business or some type of non-intimate relationship, if you ever had to like hand out that big boot, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you dealt with it initially. Let me know how it feels for you now. Like, where's the growth in that situation? But guys, outdated friendships and outdated relationships are out for a reason. And I had to learn that reason the hard way. And I know there's a pattern. So I already know that this particular person is going to come back and, oh, can we just make up? And, but this time around, I don't want to be like, hell no. Okay. But I'm going to have to just say it's best that we don't. And, of course I forgive the disagreement. I forgive like the fact that you may be crossing boundaries, but that doesn't mean that I have to engage with you. Especially, I really don't like engaging with this particular person. And I think I feel sorry. And I think my nurturing nature is kicking in where I just want to help. But I have to understand I'm not obligated. Okay. Anyway, what do you guys think about this story? What do you guys think about these type of relationships? Let us know in the comments. With that being said, guys, if you like videos like this, of course, I'm going to put it in my controversial topics playlist. So we're going to get a few of these videos put over into that playlist. But if you like this video, give us a like so we know it. If you want to be a part of the family, you're very free to subscribe to the channel. And then lastly, guys, if you want to never miss a video from us because you like us that much, there is a bell notification button that you can actually click on. Click on the bell notification button, and every time we drop a video, you will be the first to know. Outside of that, I'll see you guys on the next video.